from the backdrop behind, the name of our new car is called the Inspira, the Proton Inspira. It's come short of inspiration. So again, as I've said in my speech earlier, this really demonstrates a smart way of doing, product collaboration, and we've been working this with our collaboration partner MMC for a long time. And alhamdulillah, today we are at our soft launch, where the car has been unveiled to the public. And as we also mentioned, booking starts from today. And it is ranging from 1.8 to a 2-liter, 1.8 manual to a 2-liter auto with CVT that has back with a MyBack engine. And the lowest, the tentative price today that we can indicate to you, to the public, starts at 79,888. Okay, this is tentative price. Obviously, we hope this price will really be attractive to everybody, enough for them to go to the showroom and do the early bookings. We also indicated that early bookings are given privilege from now until November the 15th. All bookings, and the booking fee is only 1,000 ringgit. You will be entitled to a 2-year free service package for those who book up to 15 November. Labor plus serviceable parts. So I think this is a good deal. I mean, this again, we always work very hard at Proton today, given the problem that we had in the past, and how to offer value for money. I think if we look at the packaging of the car, from all the technical specification, the dimension, the equipment level, and even with the service package, I think it's really a real value for money. So we hope by this is again another demonstration that we continue to evolve ourselves. And sometimes we do the car ourselves, and sometimes as a prudent and realistic business decision, we then collaborate with partners. And today is just another demonstration. And we have done this in the past before. It's not that Proton have not done this before. And we not only work, but we also add value to the product car today. Value, I mean by localization in Malaysia, so that our vendors are also involved. We also add value in terms of the ride and handling of Proton and Lotus tuning, which is also going to be very evident in the car, hopefully when the customers do receive the car after the official launch in early part of November. So all this, again, we are all very delighted. Preparations are on schedule, and insyaAllah kita haraplah kita ini akan dapat memenuhi cita rasa rakyat, dan saya pasti dengan bajet yang akan dipertengahkan oleh Yang Amat Perdana Menteri pada esok, I think the timing is so very good, and I believe this is going to be a good budget for everyone that takes into account the masses. And we do encourage people to come to our showroom effective today, and all the way up to launch time to look at the specification of the car and also to book your booking. Well, of course, we from the base car, obviously when we want to do this car, like any other thing in the past, we look at how we can, first of all, localize the content. When we localize the content, the parts, we then work with the vendors how we can even improve the overall quality of the parts, taking into account the local driving condition in Malaysia. The driving condition in every country, as you know, it will be different. I think we know what is required in Malaysia from expectation from the customer, and obviously all that will be taken into consideration from a quality. And you've spoken about ride and handling, and I've driven the car about 2 days ago and comparing with some of our competitors, and I must say I'm very delighted and pleased that and it's not done by Lotus, it's done by our own Proton people who has been trained by Lotus. And you can see the real DNA of Proton handling is very evident. The way it steers in the corners, the car doesn't give way, and that's what gives us comfort to, I think, our customers. Safety is, of course, very important. Over and above that, of course, we also improve the overall packaging of the car, from the sound system, from the performance of the engine, make sure that the local demand of a Malaysian customer will have to be addressed. Malaysian customers are very robust in nature. They drive the car to the limit. So all that has to be taken into account, so that from a cooling system, from the performance of the engine, we have the answer. So we recognize, and I think we have to also credit MMC for sharing with us some of the technology in the car, so that we can also learn. So I think this is again a win-win situation for both parties. MMC get the product in collaboration with us. I think we also get the volume. The cost of this car in terms of getting to the market is very cheap as compared to a much more own development. So this is again, I think, a very clear evidence that we can get a car. It's just a matter of how we execute and how we strategize. So we are again delighted, and obviously we hope the customer will be just as delighted as we are. Yeah.
What will your target sales be like?
Well, we hope our target, initially a monthly sale about 1,600 units a month.
1,600
1,600 units a month. I mean, we look at the traditional C segment or C plus D minus segment, there's about 5,000 to 6,000 cars a month. But we've been in that segment before, and if you look at the very early days of Waja introduction, C segment, it was about that same market anyway. And this is far better car than the Waja. So I think we believe that is quite realistic. And obviously, I mean, we need to also be creative in our marketing and our distribution. Now we hope our dealers here who are present here today will also continue to support us in delivering the numbers.
Yeah. You mentioned about cheaper costs in terms of collaborating with Mitsubishi or any other OEM rather than building your...
Yeah, I mean, we, in the development of the car, I mean, and I know, I mean, from industry standard in the past experience, Proton develop an own car from a scratch of paper. It takes about 600 to 700 million, ringgit to develop a car. This car, obviously, in developing, with MMC, it takes much less than half of the cost. So it's cheaper from a company point of view, and obviously from a timing point of view, the whole, ecosystem, both the people and the engineers in the company are not strained because we are managing multiple projects. So again, I can attest you that this is not only done by Proton, this is been done by global OEMs.
Another question. You mentioned you're keen to point out that you have improved on the lenses, ride and handling characteristics, which in my books is actually quite good already. So it's quite impressive that you can improve further on that. Another aspect about the lenses that could have been improved is the build quality. Were you able to work anything on that?
Yes, we have, and I do not have the statistic with me exactly, but we send our people with MMC to study and to learn for a long time. We have people in MMC that assist us in the design and build quality, and from impression I get, the build quality, it's better than the quality that we've got, and compared to other cars. So I think it's done also, if you recall, this car has been assembled in MVF, and MVF is the same factory that will build the Exora. So whatever good values that we put in Exora is further enhanced in this particular car. So by car after car, the journey of quality will continue. From build-up quality, design quality, and finally all the inspectors are much more clear. So I believe we have improved not only into the ride handling and also build-up quality. And we also want to demonstrate to our partner that we can build good quality cars, as good as any other global OEMs. Well, I think this is something that we have agreed with a partner for a long time. I mean, this has already been envisaged for a very long time. I would not want to comment whether the value is it's not for me to answer. I think this discussion is done, properly. Communication has been, and understanding has been established with MMC for a very long time ago. So I don't, I would not, like to answer. I will let MMC answer that, but I believe this is a joint effort. And in every joint effort, it must be a journey where it's a win-win situation for everyone. And I think this, collaboration is really a win-win solution, for both Proton and MMC in multiple folds. So I think we don't look at the big, small picture. I think look at the big picture. I think obviously that's what MMC has agreed, and they have been with us in the journey for quite a bit already to develop this car.